Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity, where we're finally out of the dungeons. Hey. So we've got a couple of things that we need to do right now. One of them is sell well, not all of the stuff that we got. We actually got some really good loot in the dungeons. I've actually got some good weapons for a start, which is a change. We need to sell some of the junk that we got down in the dungeon so that we've got money. And then I'm going to try to upgrade my weapons and sort out kind of who's using what. And once we've done that, I would really like to start on another character's quest. Before we started with the dungeons, which I wasn't planning to spend so long on, but then, you know, we jumped down a hole and we kind of had to stay where we were. Before that, I was going to do Eders' quest. So we need to go and find the Saints' War battlefield and see if he has anything to say about it. So I think that's where I want to go next. I can sell stuff in my own place here now, I think. I don't know where to sell it though. I guess we'll go to the craft hall, maybe? Although the artificer's hall is closer, and I should be able to sell stuff there, right? I don't know whether there's any kind of bonus to selling stuff like within my own keep, or whether they just don't care. I'll try it. Okay, would you like to buy?
Good day to you.
A load of stuff that I found in a hole. Let's not sell that one. We can sell that though. And all of these ones. Most of my loot should be in storage. Okay, that's it for that. And see, look how much stuff we've got. Look how much like Zaurip stuff we have. So many spears and stuff. Oh, you know what we never went back to? I never went back to the poisoned Zaurip down in the dungeons. But I didn't find anything that I think would help it, so maybe we'll go back to that at a future point when we that's just a quarterstaff, at a future point when we get further down into the dungeons. You know, I might keep a club just in case we need some like brute force later on. What are these Ingwithin shields? They're kind of pretty. I sort of want to keep one. We picked up so many weapons. Okay, now we're back into... We've actually got some decent stuff. We do not need that small shield there. But otherwise, I think we're going to keep that stuff. We really didn't find much armor. A crested hat. Okay, we have quite a few consumables. I'm not selling any ingredients, just in case. And I don't actually want to buy any traps or anything right now. So trade me for all of that stuff. We've got a decent amount of money now. Now, I have never actually tried to upgrade my weapons. I know I probably should have, but you know, I just kept thinking...
The stones and the spirits in this place have begun to heal.
Thank you, Grieving Mother. I just kept thinking, I'm sure I'll find something better soon. I've got nothing really good now. I'm sure the next quest might have something. So I just never started to upgrade stuff. So if we went to Adea's new sword, which is really good, resolution. And it's in enchant, isn't it? So it's actually already its highest quality, I think. It can do secondary damage. So we can either have Burning Lash, which is plus 25% burn damage. We can do the same thing with Corrode damage, Freeze damage, or Shock damage. Ooh. We can also have Slaying. What exactly does this do? Okay, so this is plus accuracy and plus damage against specific types. Beast, Primordial, Spirit, Vessel, Wilder, or Kith. Ooh, that's a tough decision. I actually have ingredients for any of these as well, so it's not like that's holding me back. I feel like burning could be a good one. Would freezing actually make them freeze? Does that sound like a stupid question? I mean, like, will it actually slow them down? or potentially paralyze them. I think there could be a risk to just setting stuff on fire. So maybe I want to freeze. This seems potentially more tactical, so I need to use some of my primal water, skein bone, and turquoise for this. I only need 100 copper. That doesn't seem too bad. I think we're going to go for it. I'm going to enchant it. Okay, and let's go for... Adea's sword can have additional damage against... maybe Kith, because this includes humans, Orlans, dwarves, elves. I mean, it's quite a lot of different things to get attacked by. This one's 900 copper. Okay, going for it. Right. Okay, that seems pretty good to me now. So, Kana has Forgiveness, a two-handed pistol. Okay, you can't... Oh, wait, we can't... Hang on. I was looking at that wrong. I don't know what I'm doing here. My equality. I thought that was telling me that it was already its maximum. Okay, I don't have what I need to make it exceptional. What is that? A ruby. And a Vithrak brain. I don't think I've come across a Vithrak before. Resolution already has enchantment fine. Maximum enchantment value reach. Oh, okay, it has. It shows it to you, but I can't actually enchant it any more than it is. So could I enchant this one? If I had the materials. I can enchant it to fine. +4 accuracy and +15 damage. That sounds pretty good, to be honest. Secondary damage, we could have freezing again, or we could have corrosive. I kind of want to do corrode damage on this. Am I going kind of crazy with all of the stuff that I want to do to this? I don't know whether this is a bad idea or not. Because I'm going to use ingredients that are obviously fairly rare. Who else has actually got a really good weapon that we're going to be keeping? Not the fine pistol. This one was really good. I don't have enough enchanting requirements for this. I could give it these sorts of bonuses, but that's all I can do to the wand. What have I got? Persistence. Don't have the requirement again. We could give it something like burning, corrosion, or freezing. And we could give it a slaying bonus. I want to think about this a bit more. I know I'm probably being really too uncertain. I'd love advice on this. If anyone has any advice for the best upgrades to do, I would like to know, because is there any real difference? Is there any that's kind of like, you know, later on in the game, you're going to really wish you had burning, or you're going to really wish that you had corrosion or something like that, or there's suddenly going to be loads of reasons that you might want bonus against beast. That would be super useful so that I don't use up all my rare ingredients on stuff that later I'm going to regret. I also want to give Durance a ranged weapon, a better ranged weapon. So I think he is going to have the crossbow. I'm actually going to leave him without. I know it seems kind of risky to leave him without any kind of like close-up defense, but I really don't want him to keep running in. Which hasn't been as much of a problem recently, but it really was to begin with. Durance is the one that dies most out of everyone else. Which makes sense because he's the healer. But because he's the healer, I just need him to stay back with the ranged weapon and his spells and not run in and get killed. Why does Durance not have any boots? I guess I never found any. Who else? We all don't have boots. Only 2 of us have boots. Okay, I'm not good at this game. Right.
Hey.
We have a tiny little bit of upgrade. I definitely am pleased with Adea's upgrade. Okay, we need to get some rest because even though we're not doing that bad, we're not exactly full health. And I don't know what we're going to face when we go to the Saints' War battlefield. I'm also just going to check in on the stronghold. Well, actually, I don't know if we should get it, but what we are going to get is the dungeons. Because even though that doesn't give us any particular bonus, we can take prisoners. And I have a feeling that could end up being useful. So that's going to be finished in 2 days. Okay, let's get out of here and see where we can rest. That might be on the way to the Saints' War battlefield, because we could rest here, but I want to see if we can get some better bonuses elsewhere. Okay, we're keeping everybody, and the Saints' War battlefield, I am pretty sure, is over by Deerford. And assuming it's not going to be on the Deerford crossing, it must be that. Right, so if we go to Deerford Village first, then take a day. I'm pretty sure there was somewhere that we can rest in Deerford Village, and we can get the bonus from that and then see if we can help Adair out. Adair has been such a crucial part of our party. Like, literally, without Adair, we would all be dead constantly. He's just always at the front protecting us completely. So let's return the favour and actually do what he wanted to go and do. Do the people in this place not like me after I let that man go free? I can't remember.
Greetings.
Still on your feet, eh? Yeah, just about. Just about. We've got a long story to tell you since we were last here. But I would like to see your rooms, please. Make sure you close your window if you're on the side facing the shop. I'm pretty sure we sorted that out. We don't need to worry about that anymore. Okay, we can get Might, Constitution, and Intellect at the Dragon's Lair. We can get plus 10 damage against Beast. Or we can get burn damage reduction with Worm's Nest. I do not know what we're going to face at Saints Battlefield, so I'm just going to go for Might, Constitution, and Intellect. If there are dragons there, I'm going to wish that we went for the burn damage.
Hey,
we are rested. Let's go. It is nighttime, but oh well. We're adventurers. We're not scared of the dark. Okay, it's 8 hours, and here we are.
This is the place. My big brother's last battle. I wish I could tell you what we're looking for.
Adair scans the lush landscape in all directions. He presses his lips together. Well, that's okay. If you don't know what we're looking for, we'll just explore.
Anything from that battle, I guess. Whatever 15 years of rain hasn't buried. You see my brother's ghost, you give me a holler, all right?
Aw, he's trying to joke, but that's actually quite sad, isn't it?
Not much here.
Maybe by the river? We were over here before. We already looked at this body.
Too recent.
I wasn't actually expecting him to comment on that. Let's go across the water. Where have I not been over here? I actually walked around the whole thing. I guess I wasn't looking for stuff to do with the old Wasteland.
Nothing over here. I guess they cleaned up real good after the battle. This is embarrassing.
Aw, Adair. I feel really sorry for him.
I think I see... No. Never mind.
Is there gonna be really nothing here?
First thing tomorrow.
Looter leader.
These ruins are claimed, friend. On your way.
Okay, that's not why we're here.
No need to get riled, boys. We're just passing by.
Look at his talisman bag. Aothasian.
So?
How about that? A godless sack of shit. We got a blazing corpse worshiper on our hands.
Actually, they never found the body.
Adair fumes. He opens his mouth to say something, then closes it. He quickly replaces his frown with a polite smile.
Only reason for the legacy is because the Duke doesn't got the guts to see you all slaughtered. The gods want you dead. Me and Pag, though, we done our part during the purges, didn't we, Pag?
Wow, this got dark fast.
Seamstresses?
Make your cracks now. Got no god or homeland to avenge you. By Magrin, this'll be short work.
Wow, okay, so we don't have the first requirement, but we can say this has nothing to do with gods, just ignorance. Or do you always swear by your god when you do a devil's work? Well, surely the gods want peace between us. I don't really want to be nice to them. Let's call them ignorant.
Doesn't matter who it was for anyway. Country's better for the purges. Maybe we start a new purge right here.
Yeah, see? They don't care. They just want to kill people. But I think we should be able to get rid of them without much of a problem. I kind of wish I could see what I was doing. They're behind a tree right now. I think we need to forward a little bit. And just get it slightly more into position. Okay. So we have Kana, we have Adea. Right. Everybody focus on him first.
Hey.
Oh, I need to...
Hey.
Yeah, he needs to have not his range weapon. Yeah, he's already nearly dead, so that's fine. Where's Adea? You need to go over there. And let's see if we can get knocked back so he can't hit anyone else. Everyone else can just focus on him ranged. That was easy.
Hey, they were right. That was short work.
Okay, and they had a fine arbalest and padded armor. Really?
All
Nothing
right, then.
else?
Yes?
Weren't very good looters, were they? Saber and an exceptional breastplate. That's not bad. Who's using medium armor? He has his Saint's War armor. That's going to be better, isn't it? Oh, actually, can I enchant this? They don't have the stuff. Oh, we could do one of these. Constitution? You can give him additional constitution. Can we do any of these? No. Okay, only one enchantment. Oh. Enchanter achievement. I got totally distracted from what I was about to do. Who else has got medium armor? Connor's got heavy. You're wearing light. It's not going to be better than that anyway. I have a medium armor. Okay, let's see. It kind of looks more like heavy armor than medium, doesn't it? It looks really chunky.
Hey.
Okay, we got rid of the looters. That really didn't help me at all. We got anything in there? Bedroll? No. Okay, all we really learned from that is that some people are rude to Adea. We have a boat down here, but we can't do anything with that. Do we need to go back inside? I wouldn't have thought so. Let's just make sure that we've been around everywhere out here.
Hey, something metal in the ground. Over by that boat.
Ah, there. Needed some zooming in. Okay, a Red Saren standard piece. The tip of some metal object protrudes from a mound of watery river silt. With both hands, you and Adea begin digging in the mud until the object is dislodged. You close your hand around it and pull it from the wet earth. The object is a steel semicircular frame, about the size of your fist. At even points around the semicircle, jagged points jut out like tongues of flame, the rays of a rising sun. At the sun's center is the carved silhouette of a Vorlus plant.
I've seen these before. They top the standards of Raid Ceres. Or did when Weidman was alive. Well, it's something. Just not sure what it gets me.
Oh, Grieving Mother, do you think you could help us with this? Look, I appreciate you taking the initiative, but I don't think there's much chance that this nice stranger lady happens to be a cipher. She's not just a stranger lady. The Grieving Mother looks at you. I'll do what I can, but I will need the skill of a watcher to aid my own, to identify the soul once I've found its traces. She turns to Adea, her hand outstretched. Okay, let's do something cool here. Adea hands her the steel sun. The motion is mechanical, unconscious. The grieving mother takes the son in one hand and yours in the other, and you can feel her presence in your mind, her thoughts bidding you to relax. Focus, she says, and the word reverberates as if through an endless chasm. You close your eyes and concentrate. The sun is bright in your mind's eye, warm with the pulse of collective experience and noisy with the thoughts of the past, of battle, of faith, of home. You drift from voice to voice, thought to thought, Edea's soul a vibrant signature with which to locate his brother. One voice stands out amidst the din, brassy and earnest, a shade brighter than Edea's, but unmistakably of the same construction. You have no image of its owner, but his journey is imprinted within the points and curves of the still sun, and in your mind it opens before you as a path stretching both southward to Gilded Vale and northward over the uneven terrain that joins the Deerwood to Red Ceres. You trace the path back to its origin, far back as you can find, gliding over plains and hillsides to a one-room home in Gilded Vale with a thatched roof and a dirt floor. The path is faint here, its distance in time rendering images blurry and details scarce. From Gilded Vale it follows a road towards Madmer Bridge, reaching the edge of Defiance Bay before diverting abruptly, cutting northward in a beeline for Red Ceres. The path leads through a Red Seren city, regal and austere in the Edea imperial style. It winds through the streets and climbs a grand set of stairs into a stately building, passing through pointed archways into what appears to be a throne room. Upon the thrones sits a man whose head is pure, blinding light, and as its gaze turns to you, the light drowns out all else. Its voice carries the force of thunder, but its words are impossible to make out in the imprint. Echoes of echoes. The voice and the light fade, and the path bends backward, carrying you along the barracks, then back southward, marching into Deerwood and skirmishing along the way. Upon one battlefield the imprint is vivid, and you see a Red Seren standard topped with a steel sun, clutched in the hands of a fallen soldier. You see a young man in Red Seren armour with Edea's straw-coloured hair race toward the standard and lift it, the path you've been following clear to see beneath his feet. And as his hand brushes the steel tip, you can hear his thoughts racing in a blur, and they are of his god and his country and a brother he hopes is far away from this place. In an instant the thoughts are gone, as well as the man, and the standard is passed to another soldier. You pick the path up again as it meanders south and disintegrates in the shadow of Clearbun Rillag. You open your eyes.
Anything? Looked like you were working real hard there.
Wow, so your brother got as far as Defiance Bay before turning to Red Ceres instead, and he met Wadewind there, and then he enlisted.
Well, what'd he talk about with Widewind?
I don't know. I don't know why we'd lie to you either. I mean, his head was a beam of light. That's pretty strange.
I figured that. Woden and me had heard enough stories from his uprising to know it wasn't just some tall tale. Doesn't mean he was Aethys. It could have been some wizard's trick. It's what they talked about that's important. What'd they say?
I do not know. We couldn't hear it.
That's not funny. Come on. That metal sun, my brother touched it. You saw where he went. Now what'd he talk about with Widewind? Why'd my brother fight for Red Ceres?
Well, I'm not going to shout at him. He's upset. I really don't know. I wish I had something better to tell you, but I really don't know.
I guess that's it.
Edea's mouth hangs open and his eyes glaze, his forehead creased between his eyebrows. He rakes his teeth over his lower lip. We'll find another way to know why he did what he did.
I don't think we will.
Oh.
What will we do? Look for more war relics? We were lucky to find this one. Soldiers that fought with him are long dead. The battle was a massacre. Whatever Aethys knows, he's not talking to anyone.
Oh, a new look came over Edea, lifeless and dull as ash. We can find another way. We don't have to wait around anymore. I got what I needed. Did you, though? If only there were words to fill such emptiness. Better yet, to remove his doubt his questions. I regret that my answers have only deepened his pain. Oh no, should we not have gone for the grieving mother? I thought she'd be able to kind of see deeper into it. That can't really be it. That's sad. What a sad way to end that quest. No.
Hey.
Poor Edea. We just made him worse. We actually made him more sad. Okay, we need to go and do something productive now. And more cheerful. Might actually start to make a bit more progress on our main quest. We do have a few side things that we can do, but I think we will progress with the main one, which seems like a good place to pause for a moment. So, thank you for joining me on the quest for Edea's brother, which did not go as planned, but did not go to plan, I should say. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you want to see what we do next, please consider subscribing and liking the video, and I'll see you soon. Bye!